catch up. Lines are open. I repeat, lines are open. Hold on, let me do the overlay because right now they start letting me get access to the toolbox on YouTube. So I want to make sure people understand what's going on here. We got Brother Hatim. And, you know, for a few weeks, I didn't have access to this Daily Toast. And this is incredible for me on because on YouTube, you could throw up a banner and it let you know what the show is. They don't have that on Facebook yet. They are rapidly probably working with those of us that are or video broadcast on a regular basis, right? Daily Toast, Kuumba. All right, so now what I want to take time with this show and do is I want to catch up on all of the stuff that we have been missing over this week. Because what's been going on is that I have been crazy busy. It was my birthday weekend, and you know what they say, birthdays were the worst days. Now I drink bottled water when I'm thirsty. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and that's what we on right now. We drinking that bottled water. I finally was able to get out and get some bottled water. This is my wife calling, of course, you know, right when I start broadcasting, of course. You know what I'm saying? That's how it goes down. It's real life at Gye-Nyame, y'all. So we had some marvelous meetings. I need people. You cannot get on. No. Okay, yeah. Go and use it. You can't get on here like that. That'll cause civil war. That'd be the next movie. Civil War in the House of Gye-Nyame. You know what I'm saying? My daughter get on here with her hair like that. How you doing, Miss Heather? How's everything going in Chicago? So we about to toast these ancestors, family, but also lines are open. 614. Let me post this up. Because I want people to we're gonna catch up on everything that we missed. We might not be able to get the whole folk tale. We might not be able to get the entire all of the proverbs, but we'll have time for that day. So I'm gonna post up the line for those that want to call in, and we can have this discussion. You know what I'm saying? But first, we got to do it the right way, right? Let me go and make sure I lock the call line in on the top of the line. Pin comment. All right. So now the call-in line is pinned, and maybe we'll get some guests, maybe not. But once again, I want to wish everybody a great Kuumba, and we want to run this down the one way that we know how to do that. You know what that is? You know what that is? Get your water. Get your glass. It's going down here on Gye-Nyame Journey.
Mr. Diddy.
Drink your water. Come on. Drink your water. Lift your glass and drink your water. Lift your glass and drink your water. Lift your glass and drink your water. Lift your glass. Drink, 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 drink. Drink, 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 drink. That's how shit started. Take your breath and drink your water. Take your breath and drink your water. Take your breath and drink your water. That feels good. Take your breath and drink, 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 drink. Drink, 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 drink. Come on now. Lift your arms. Move your body. Drink some water. Move your body. Drink some water. Move your body. Drink some water. Move your body. Drink, 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 drink. Drink, 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 drink. Now lift your glass and toast your ancestors. You. Lift your glass and toast your ancestors. You. Lift your glass and drink your ancestors. Lift your glass. Drink, 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 drink. Drink, 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 drink. Let's put it together. Take your breath and drink your water. Lift your glass and drink your water. Move your body, drink some water. Lift your glass and touch your ancestors. Breathe, drink, live, move. Oh, my backup singer to you. Drink, breathe, live, move. Said it wrong. Let's try it again. Take your breath and drink your water. Lift your glass and drink your water. Move your body, drink some water. Lift your glass and touch your ancestors. Break down. Lift your glass. 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 Come on, let's drink it off. Drink, 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 drink. Drink, 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 drink. Take your breath and drink your water. Lift your glass and drink your water. Move your body, drink some water. Lift your glass and toast your ancestors. Drink, move, breathe, live. Let's try it again. It's not hard. Breathe, drink, move, live. Got it right. Well, the Gye-Nyame girls are in the house. Rowdy as usual and stuff like that, but I'm going to bring them on because we didn't have time to get the hair done. And when I say we, I mean she, because I don't know nothing about if it's not locks or gone out the camera, because that's what your mom called me. I know that's what she called me about. She saw that I was broadcasting and she wanted to make sure that I did not have y'all on air. Sasha, I don't care how much combing you do right now, you're not getting on air. All right. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna finish this water up, and then we're gonna get right into toast and ancestors. Then we could go on over the folktale and the proverbs that I was not able to cover this week. Which, by the way, I want to send shouts out to Brother Shaka, Lady J, Sister Tiandra, Sister CeeLo, because y'all kept the movement going while Brother High Tim was indisposed. On my birthday, I was too tired. No, I wasn't drunk. I wasn't drunk on my birthday. I just, on that evening, we had a late night Black History celebration at the school, and it ran, and me and my kids didn't get here until 10 o'clock. Y'all already know I was dealing with stiffness in my neck. Still got a little bit, you know. You can't have a head this big and a neck that small and not have some type of spinal issues. You know what I'm saying? It takes a lot of neck muscles to hold up this head. And since I'm not playing football or doing any sports involving contact to really strengthen up my neck, and I'm not doing no neck type exercises far as weight, because I need some resistance training. Yoga ain't gonna help with this big ass head on this little neck. You understand what I'm saying? So I have to kind of find a way to put some weight on there should I go and get it together, right? But you know what I'm saying? I was still didn't go. But I made it to the I mean, I didn't do the show. And then on Kuumba night, not Kuumba, on Ujima, when we were supposed to do travel quotes, I was in a nation builder meeting. We was planning for the Malcolm X festival. So it was like the first really sit down. I mean, we had meetings before, but this was the first really sit down and get organized and get assignments. Right now, we are at a budget of maybe, I'm thinking somewhere around $3 grand. You know what I'm saying? I can't remember the exact figures, but if I go high, you know what I'm saying? So what's going to end up happening is that we're going to be counting on the family to kind of help fill in some of the funds where we don't have vendors, where we don't have, you know what I'm saying? Is you know, we're going to need help from the community to make sure that this go off in a fashion that is spectacular. One of the things that we're going to focus on, I believe a little bit more, is one, kids, not my fault, our children, but also bringing some music that we know is going to not only be able to hold the children and possibly get them moving, but also to bring out some adults. You know what I'm saying? Because one of the sisters, and so I try to stop the sister Jill Jackson as well as to Sister Navita, they're like, yo, we keep doing the same thing. We're going to keep eating the same people. So with some of these festivals, what we want to start doing is bringing out the talent that the community want to see, that the community supports in other fashions, you know what I'm saying? And bring them out so that we can go and expose our folks to what we know. You know what I'm saying? Because that's really about nation. That's about using that creativity to start bringing people out. Hey, Gina, come cut this fan off for me, please. So I'm going to finish this water up. But that's just what was going on with me. So by the time I got home that night, it was 10:30, 11 o'clock. And please understand, because my kids, my children, that fan right there in the bathroom, because my children are with me. They're with me all day. And I live on one side of town. The school is on another side of town. Where I take my youngest daughter is on another side of town. You know what I'm saying? By the time we got home, it was 10:30, close to 11 o'clock. So I wasn't able to get my mind right to do the show because, like, you know what I'm saying? In many ways, I like to be in a certain mind frame. Even if I'm rushing to put the show on, I'm in a certain mind frame. I'm in a certain time signature. You know what I'm saying? Because one of the things in Gye-Nyame and in all my studies and all my research that I found out that times, dates, and I mean, it's like everything has a vibration, and that vibration can be it's symbolized by the numbers that we use. So, for example, when we had the show at 4:15, which was too early for a lot of people, the show was at 4:15, and it would be me and Kwame, right? And I'm looking at the vibration. All right, cool. We'll move it up an hour. You know what I'm saying? When the time shifted, we moved it up an hour, right? Gave me an excuse to sleep an hour in, right? But anyway, we moved it up, but I still kept that 15 on there, right? Why the 15, brother? Tim? So instead of 4:15, I kept the 5. I went to 5:15. Now, when you look at the number 15 is the 1 and the 5, which is a 6. In our system, 6 is the number of family. What are we trying to build here on Gye-Nyame Journey? What are we trying to build with the Daily Toast? We're saluting and celebrating our family. Now, you take that 6, you got that 5, you got 11, you got a 2, you got cooperation, right? So it's like, yo, all right, cool. You know, I know I spoke that kind of fast, but there's a method to the madness. So when I get home, it's like 10:30. I mean, I could go on and come up with something like that, but my mind is not there. You know what I'm saying? 9 o'clock. Why 9 o'clock? 9 o'clock is completion for me, right? I'm completing my day. I got out and I did my hustle. You know what I'm saying? 10 o'clock, I moved to another a whole nother realm. 10:30, I moved to a whole nother realm. And I could get up and do the show, but like I said, my energy is not going to be there. My focus is not there. My mind state was boom, get home and be ready to set up as close to 9 p.m. as possible, right? So I'm taking time to in a sense, creatively design my life. So now, let's talk about that. Kuumba creativity, excuse me. You know, it's real life here, Gye-Nyame, so y'all excuse me. Y'all know I'm doing my show. You got a big basement to play in. You got a bedroom. Do not make me get up. All right, Gina. Hey, those out there that love Gina, y'all better talk to her. Somebody, y'all better throw something up for her because she's not listening. All right. So let's keep on drinking. Creatively setting up our lives. Creatively. You know what I'm saying? Creating rituals around our lives. Right? When I get up and I brush my teeth, I'm looking in my mirror. When I look in my mirror, I have something set up so that I can see and remind myself. Now, when I started growing my locks, people are like, "But Tim, why are you growing locks?" Growing locks will remind me of what I'm supposed to be doing. Right? My locks are a sign of revolution, a sign of rebellion. I cut my locks, so I needed something else to constantly remind me every morning when I get up. So what I got up on my mirror for myself as well as my kids, because although our kids act like they don't pay attention, they are paying attention, especially if you're doing what you're talking about. Now, if you're not doing what you're talking about, they're not paying attention. But if you are actively involved in what it is you say you stand for, your children are paying attention, right? So I got my little pledge that I say when I'm brushing my teeth. Right, every morning, I'm saying my pledge. Or at least I'm trying every morning. You know what I'm saying? But this has been going on for years. You know what I'm saying? And it's like it's a ritual that I have set up for my life. So one of the things we might want to talk about when the lines are finally open, what are some of the creative ways that you start your day? What are some of the creative rituals that you have come up with? Excuse me, ladies. Once again, you have that big basement. You have the upstairs. You have your own bedroom. With life at Gye-Nyame Journey. All right. But all that's about is that they're rebelling because I will not let them on air right now. All right. I love it. All right. So what creative rituals have you come up with in your life to help you guide where you're going? Right? Because creativity, all of our principles plug into one another. You know what I'm saying? Creative purpose. It's kind of what I'm talking about right now. What things have you created in your life to help keep you operating on purpose rather than operating accidentally? Because there are things, like for example, when you go to work, there are things at work that keep you on purpose. And if those things don't remind you to stay on purpose, you lose your job. Right? So this is my question. What creative things do you have going on in your life? What creative rituals have you created in your life? What creative processes have you placed in your life to keep you on track? Right? You know what I'm saying? What creative language do you have between you and your children? What creative language do you have between you and your organizations? What creative things have you and your group come up with to help keep you in line and keep you on purpose? You know what I'm saying? Because we really have to have these type of discussions, family, because there's no way that we could actually build a nation. See, because think about this, family. A nation, once again, is a stable, historically developed community of people with territory, economic life, distinctive culture, and language in common. All those things flow out of creativity. You know what I'm saying? What good is having territory if you can't be creative enough with it to come up with something that the territory produced to create the economic life? Family, we're sitting on territory. Right now on this internet. Right now, I have 3 pieces of territory that belongs to Gye-Nyame Journey. So when Brother Hatim passed on, Gye-Nyame Journey has 3 pieces of territory that we're sitting on right now. We're sitting on our Facebook page. We're sitting on our YouTube page, and we're also podcasting live on Spreaker every morning. I'm stressing my creativity because as y'all know, I don't come with a script, right? So in some form of fashion, I have to pull on something deeper and bigger than me. The movement, the creator, my ancestors are bigger and deeper than me. So I got an endless well that I can go to every morning and pull something out. And we have to start, we have to start coming up with things. Another creative ritual that a lot of y'all, and thank you, are participating with, right? And I see the numbers growing, is that every day we get up, we toast our ancestors. Creative ritual. And I know pouring libations is nothing, it's nothing new. But in the way that we're doing it, family, totally new, totally creative. And this came about during Kwanzaa, not this last year, but the year before that. While I was sitting up there, I was looking at it, and I said, man, damn, fuck this, I'm going to do this. Because for a long time, and I tell the story off there, for a long time, I wanted to create a calendar they used in Nguzo Saba, but I was too scared. And then when I tried to do the software and blah, 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 I was talking with people, I only found one dude that was able to do it for me. Well, I got two dudes. I had Butch Hamilton, who first did one for me years ago when I was doing stuff at the Afrocentric School with him. Actually, he came up with the first cover for my book, for one of my books, and he also created a calendar for me. But in a sense, due to life, we lost touch because I moved from doing stuff for Afrocentric to somewhere else after we went to Africa, and I had a great big falling out and stuff like that. Not with him, but so I really lost touch with him, right? And then Brother Deshaun came up with a calendar, blah blah blah. After I started doing this show, but I said, man, well, hell with the calendar. You know what I'm saying? I can broadcast live. I'm doing this Spreaker piece. Let's go on and let's time every day to salute and toasting our ancestors. And here we are. And we got a growing family, man. It's like, the live broadcast, you know what I'm saying? At 5:15 in the morning, I can have up to 5 to 7 people. 5 to 7 people. And for some of the podcasters and stuff, that's nothing. But for us, for what we doing, not to be talking about no bullshit, no fuckery. You know what I'm saying? For us to be talking about loved ones that have passed away and lifting our glass and drinking to our own health and drinking to our own wealth and drinking to those that came before us, that is a big step. 5:15 in the morning. So I'm gonna finish. The reason it's taking me so long because I had to go buy this water, right? And they kept it in the refrigerator. I can't stand cold water and me just don't get along, especially in the wintertime. So drink up. Kwame, you off for quiet day. Miss Elo, what's going on? Miss Heather, let me know. Y'all got some news. Y'all got something y'all want to share. Feel free to post it up. Y'all got any comments, throw it out. Let's have this conversation. You know what I'm saying? If you are on Spreaker, the chat is open. If you want to chat, I'm live on YouTube. If you want to conversate, you can do it. We also got the lines open at 614-556-4535. We're about to pour these libations. Then I'm going to break down some of these. I'm going to definitely get into this damn this folktale family, because we are man. So now check this out, family, because one of the pieces that we have to kind of work on right now, as far as our young people, giving them, like I said, using our creativity to get them on purpose, right? Because right now, I don't know, look in the news, look up 13-year-old running for governor of a state. All over this country, we got teenagers, young white teenagers, running to be the governor of their state. And I'm like, if Billy could do it, Raheem definitely could do that shit. Right? Shasta can do it too. Malika, you know what I'm saying? Paul, you know what I'm saying? We got all these young people that we are influencing, and we need to go and push them to do challenging things. We need to push them out of their comfort zone. See, because what happens is, this is what we spoke about it yesterday morning, but they get into a comfort zone where they are just enough, they are just successful enough where they could just stay right there. They're right now, and we got to come up with ways to push them out of that comfort zone. In a sense, push them out the nest, especially when they start going through puberty. Because at puberty, the habits that we help them set, this is why our ancestors did the rites of passage. Because if you don't do rites of passage, if you don't do something shocking, something challenging, something in a sense life-threatening to some of these young people at this phase of their life, they will constantly be in a comfort zone. And the one thing that a beginning, a burgeoning, a newborn nation cannot have is people that are satisfied with where they are. So we have to be those birds and be like, baby, you're going to fly or you're going to die. Push your ass up out that nest. Come on now, flap, flap, flap. We're going to help you. Look, flap, look, I'm showing you, flap. You can do it. You can do it. You know what I'm saying? Because we got to go on and start pushing our children beyond. Like when Kwame calls me, he's speaking to me. He said, hey, man, tell Cleve. I said, what's up? I said, Cleve, Kwame on the phone. He said, what's up? Cleve said, what's up? Say, oh, yeah, I got a problem for him. So I give Cleve the phone because Cleve needs to understand that I'm not the only one. His mother is not the only one that's saying, dude, we got a big vision for you. So Kwame's sitting up there talking with him, and I hear him talking, and Cleve say, 8 minutes. I said, is Kwame talking to you about the speed of light? How you know? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Boom, Kwame dropping math problems on them, and we have to do that with our kids. See, and this is why the extended family is important now, because I want y'all to think about this. Our people were so creative. Think about this, right? You with your father and you with your mother all the time. The extended family allow you to be around other people who have a vested interest in you. And you have all these people in the sense that you have, in the sense, they're not only talking to you, but they're constantly pushing you. They're constantly pushing you. They're constantly quizzing you on their information. They're constantly giving you their little pieces, their little jewels. And that extended family, when we start allowing that to start happening and we start creating it, I ain't just saying let that shit happen in the hood, because the hood was designed to put us in a close quarters with other people that are struggling, suffering, hustling, trying to survive, and the survival brings out the worst in humanity. You know what I'm saying? Survival can bring out the worst in humanity, right? And we got to understand that these neighborhoods that we live in have been designed for us, family. It's been designed for us. When you, like, for example, if you go out, Yvette Cornell and I can't remember the other dude's name that she talked about a lot of time. They got a book, a reading list, and one of the books that they put on there is The Color of Law. The first book was Color of Money. The second one was The Color of Law. And in The Color of Law, they talk about redlining and how after segregation, well, not even after segregation, how during segregation, how the federal government made sure that Black folks are living exactly where we are and how we are right now. So we have to understand, right? We have to understand. And I know I was kind of harsh yesterday because I said we had war and we have to be able to do triage, and I still stand by that, family. You know what I'm saying? Because some of our young people, because of the elders and the broken extended family, are so wounded that we need to move them over into the stage 3 of this triage. We need to work with 1 primarily, struggle with 2, and 3, if we get time, we're going to get over there and get them. But we got to get these 1, because all of us, we got young people just in our face and just wanting what you have. And those are the ones that we need to pour into, family. Those are the ones we need to really take time and start setting up events and things for, because they are the ones. They are the saviors, and we're looking right past them because we're going for stage 3 triage. We're moving our way over there to Johnny, who's screaming loud, ah! My insides is hanging out. You know what I'm saying? Little Sasha sitting right here trying to get my attention. I'm like, hold on, baby, I gotta go over here and work with the screaming dude over there. What's wrong with you, man? Ah! Yeah, I don't think he's gonna pull through. Sasha just got a little moon. Let me go and get her together. She can get back to the battle. You know what I'm saying? You know, and it's messed up. We got to think like, I ain't think it's messed up. I think that's just reality. I think that's just reality. And we got to be creative in how we do it, because the more creative we become, the faster we'll be able to work with stage 1 triage, get to stage 2 triage, and the faster we get there, we can focus on resources on stage 3 triage. But we can't allow those that are so wounded to suck up all of our resources. You can't do that. You can't do that. That's just me. But I am a nation builder on the warrior path. I have a different view. We have some nation builders and some elders on the healing path. I'm not necessarily on the total, because warriorship healing is involved. But I'm not totally on that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, I want to heal, but we need to heal so we get these troops up. You know what I'm saying? But as my elder Gaylord told me a long time ago, Gaylord told me, he said, brother, he said, listen, you need to take a vacation. You need to go around some kids that really want some help, because for a long time, you have been working with people that you have to really force what you got on. You know what I'm saying? And I'm paraphrasing what he was saying, but I have been working with people that have been so wounded for so long that my vision of reality was warped, because I spent the first part of my adult life in the triage, in level 3 triage, healing and bringing people to places where they could heal. That was at stage 3 triage, walking right past level 1, level 2. You know what I'm saying? Because and I'm very guilty, and maybe it's the 50-year guilt of walking by those that were more receptive, trying to take the challenge to get those who wasn't receptive at all. You know what I'm saying? That I had to make receptive. I walk by receptive, man. And I'm kind of ashamed of that. You know what I'm saying? What y'all think? Oh, I'm sorry. Somebody might have called in. I had okay, cool. Line's still open. All right. All right. We finally made it to the last little bit of water. My ambrosia, it's almost done. Well, it is done. And then what I got, this is some orange juice, squirrels into some water. Yeah, brother, how tell me salami. But I'm going out to get some honey tonight. It depends on how things work. But I'm going out to get some honey tonight, and I'm gonna start brewing. I need to get some water. I got the tea bags. I'm gonna be brewing about 5 gallons. So hopefully by next year, I will have it. Now, for those that are new, because I know some new people are coming in, we don't say the days of the week that you're used to saying. We say the Nguzo Saba. Now, I personally, and those that are saying, those that are Gye-Nyame, when we are talking amongst ourselves, and you up and we say the actual day of the week, you got to do push-ups. So right now, I'm at about 63 push-ups. I got to knock those out, and I will do those before I go to my meeting today. Also, family, I need you to know there are only 4 things that we need to do to stay healthy, right? And if brother Hatim is sick, you know I'm not doing one of these 4 things, right? Breathing is the most important. That's why I'm supposed to start off with take your breath and drink your water. Take your breath. Breathing is very important. And in the 21-day challenge, what I share with you is a breathing technique that can help you kind of balance out what's going on. Because some of us are not breathing enough. Some of us are breathing too much. And yes, you can breathe too much. One is getting adequate water, getting the proper levels of water into your body. All right. That's why they drink the water song came around in the first place. Right. Because once again, I notice people around me are not drinking enough water. Number 3 is culturally appropriate foods. All right. Culturally appropriate foods. 3, those out, you're going to knock out a lot of diseases. If you throw number 4, in there, family, we could live long, healthy lives. We could be doing the toast 50 years from now. I'm talking about us, right? Proper movement, right? In this society, we're taught that at a certain point in time, we ain't supposed to be doing certain things. You know what I'm saying? We're supposed to be moving. We need to be running. Some of us need to be running. What is it? 5-kilometer runs. You know what I'm saying? Doing the walks. You need to be doing all that stuff, right? To stay in shape. So remember, breathing, proper water, not that sink water. Right now, I'm big on that aquifer water and that spring water, right? Sometimes I use the still, like for this one drink here, I'm using distilled water. Then we got the culturally appropriate food. Look up the African, excuse me. Take your butt upstairs. Real life here, Gye-Nyame. Look at that. I gotta remember where I'm at. Y'all see that? That culturally appropriate food. Look up the African heritage diet, add a little bit of it to your life. You know what I'm saying? Or add a lot to your life, right? Next is culturally appropriate movements. Brother Kwame said a prophet is least appreciated among his own people. That's very true. That's very true. You know what I'm saying? And we struggle through that, right? We work through it, we make it work, make it happen, right? You know what I'm saying? But like I said, a lot of times prophets is moving right past those that want to hear them and trying to reach all those that's not listening. You know what I'm saying? All right, so first, giving honor to the creator by whatever name you choose to call that creator, we call on that great source, that great power, the being from which all of us come, the first ancestor. We lift up the glass and we say, Ashe. From there, family, we move on. You're here. You're here. They're doing a radio show. I'm just letting you know, right? Our kids watch everything we do. So we call on we call on our ancestors. You know what I'm saying? We call on each and every last one of them in our lives that made a difference. We call on those who saw what was inside of us before we even knew it was there. We call on those that made sure that we was able to eat when we was hungry. We call on those that carried us when we couldn't walk. We call on us that cleaned this up when we couldn't clean up ourselves. We call on those that gave us information that we didn't even call on those, and we remember those who gave us motivation when we was down. Close that door, please. You heard me. Sasha, close the door. Live here, Gye-Nyame family. So I'm gonna go to the list. while I'm yelling at my kids. Who went down the basement? Who went down the basement? Come in, come and close the door. I'm moving slow. It's real life here, Gye-Nyame. Go back upstairs. You got your shirt on backwards. It's real life here, Gye-Nyame. You don't not right here. Not right here. You got a room to go upstairs and take that off. Ain't nobody here to show off for. Go upstairs, Gina. All right. Miles Brown, Miss Sam, Robin, Texana Davis, Humphrey Brown, Senior, Rosalie Tilly, Georgia William Walter, Christopher Fanny Gasson, Aunt Leon, Uncle Chris, I'm Fiend, Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Alvaro Brown, Gina Gaines, Humphrey Brown II, Barbara Twiggs, Wash Ellis Jr., Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Fallar, Montague Pittman, No More X, Pat Myra, Malika Fakua, Dr. May, Elder Farmer, Elder Billy Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusuf Weston, Elder Ajani, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Alfred Brofro, Hector Jr., J. Edwards, Carla Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling and Lucy Wright, Daniel Pullian, the Luxor Brothers, Miss Edith Brooks Crawley, Miss Marie Nelson, Mr. Frederick Crawley Sr., Miss Jerry Brunson, Mr. Alonzo Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell, Janice Foster, Charles Jordan, Carol Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Triggs, Francis Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Nana Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Randleman, Virginia Rogers, Reverend James Smith, Lois Henderson, Calvin Spratling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Kellen D. Russell, Susie B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Melvin Dale Hodge Jr., Herman Copeland, Mildred Copeland, Jeannie Clay, Bird Beatty, Sarah Ware, Lovita Farmer, Agosa Sue, Cheryl Harvey, Aunt Charmaine, Aunt Evelyn, Theolis Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury Sr., Leonard Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thornton, Pearl G. Thornton, Anna Johnson, Florence M. Carter, Joanne Thornton, Eric Patricia Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary Eliza Frederick Davis, Mary Elizabeth Rogers, Mary Esther Keechler Reese, Linda Watson Hammonds, Jarrell Giles Watson, Sparrow, Slimmy, Selvin Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Pearl Moore, Percy Moore Jr., Mildred Owens, Booker T. Bowden, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Sober, Hilda Pearson, Sturgeon Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lavinia Hall, Freeman Banks, and Mary Moss, Ophelia Peacock, Willie Thornton, Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quails, Urania Thornton, Bernice Quails, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, S.C. Johnson, Dorita Johnson, Leon Johnson, James W. West Sr., James Henry Wells, James Farmer, Mary Chavez, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Hattie Levester, May Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Rosemary Martineer, Elder Amatep Wellman, Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., Thelma Triggs, Thomas and Lula Berry, Lacey and Eleanor Howe, Frank Russell and David, Fred Douglas Triggs II, Vina Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy May Alexander, Arthur Reynolds Stanley, Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brendan Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carlos Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Ellis Murphy. Brother Renee added to the list Joe Davis, and he just passed away. This was Brother Renee's uncle. So we said 3 times, Joe Davis, Joe Davis, Joe Davis. Brother Anubis salutes and added to his list Gene Holmes, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christy Nichols, Cardinal Robinson, Rosemary Charles, Sister Tiandra added Ada Pearl, Bob Ingalls, Jack Wallace, Warren P. Fence, Tim Ingalls, Audrey Fence, William Billingsley Jr., Brother Deshaun salutes his mother, Jennifer Sensible. I added my Aunt Hazel Gasson, Jay Brantley, my cousin, Brian Watson Jr., my son, and Kaniko Parsons, also my son. Aisha, Sister Aisha out of Dayton. Salute Stacy Trice, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, David Brown, Mitch Ford salutes, Ruth Carter, June Cox, Ruth and Paul Cox, Ronald Irving, Judy Hubbard, Irene Johnson, Francis Boots Jefferson. Dr. D salutes Dan Wilkinson Sr., her father, Sister Jackie out of Maryland salutes Emma McClendon. We added to the I got to do a different list. We added to the community list Jerry Doyle and Amina Robinson and Brother Shabaka Toure. We also added Patricia Williams. I don't know if that's the community list or if that's on Brother Kwame's personal list. So, Brother Kwame, can you throw that? Let me know so I know how to announce her. Sister Madonna salutes her mother and father, Donna Hill and Richard Gleavis. Sister Cynthia salutes Lee Irby, Tom Irby, Void Irby, Jim Gaucher, George and Haley Johnson, Archie and Margaret Armstead. CeeLo added to her list. Archie Beck and Anna McGill. Brother Santana added Aunt Becca. Elder Greg Arnold salutes Alice Arnold, Arthur Arnold, Hattie Reed, Charles Reed. Sister Shelley I salutes Eula and Andrew Baker, Patricia and Edwin Brooks, Gwendolyn and Bob Hatch, Kimball Vernon, Bradley Kim, Janie, Harriet Tubman Cates, Spencer Sturgis, Sally Mae Baker, Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, Aaron Nino Baby Hatch, Hatch Sr., Mally Miller, Housie Hatch, Dad Cleveland, and Mother Gibson. Brother Quabanad Elder Bowie salutes John Bowie, Elder Cedric Sherman Sanders salutes Lester and Rachel Sanders. Janelle Ross salutes Dorita Ross, Riola Ross, Robert Nelson, Francis Stevenson, and Leroy Stokes. Elder Ori Pianki salutes Neely Johnson and Fletcher Swan, Maddie and Charlie Scott. Charles Stevenson salutes Vivian Stevenson. Cassandra Holloway salutes Mona Ann. Elder Phyllis salutes Martha Ford Dawson, Big Mama, Nana, Natalie Harris, Eva Ford, James Harrison. Sister Enya salutes Margaret Thomas. Sister Heather salutes Leroy Q. Heath Sr. Brother Patar Capshaw Moore salutes Albert Moore. And Sister Yeye Motley salutes Miss Vanilla, Geraldine Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, and Erlington Houston. All right. We got all of our ancestors, and we lift up our glasses and we say, Ashe. From their family, we move to the present moment. Today, we are on Kuumba. Kuumba. For those that don't speak the language, that's the day of creativity. The meiotic principle of the day is order. The color is orange. The hermetic law is cause and effect. The male name for the day is Kwame. The female name for the day is Ama. All right. In the emotional emancipation circles, the African-centered cultural virtue and value system, on today, in Wolof, the virtue of the day is Jup or Jub. Pronounced either Jup or Jub. Is good character, just, honest, and righteous. Ekan ethics today, strong character is stressed. And in traditional Yoruba today, Oju Inu, insight. Insight, family. Insight is the word of the day. All right. So we salute this moment because we are always present in the moment. In the moment is where our power. So of course, we want to salute this moment and we say Ashe and lift up that glass. Then we move to our children, our children's children, onto infinity. And we need to know that they're watching us, family. We need to know that they're paying attention to every move that we make. So we lift up our glass to our children. And we lift up our glass to our children's children onto infinity because we are responsible for the next several generations. But since we are a generational people, family, for those who don't understand what that is, you got to go back maybe a couple of months. We talked about it. But we do come back. We're generational people. We come back in our bloodline, right? So the work that we don't do is going to hit us, right? So we lift up that glass, family. We say, Ashe to our future, our children, on to infinity. We say, Ashe. From their family, we salute all of our relation, two-legged, four-legged, winged, fin, the flora and the fauna. We salute all 5 elements in all 7 directions. We say, Ashe. From their family, last but not least, I toast you, your beautiful and powerful self. I toast you, and I challenge you to activate those reticular formations, the piece of our brain that helps us find and identify and focus on what it is we need. I want you to activate your reticular formation and find the principle of the day. Where are we practicing creativity in? I challenge you to share it on your timeline. I challenge you to have a discussion about where we are creative. And remind us when we start falling into some of our negative talk, as I often do, about where the creativity is happening, where the nation building is happening, where the warriorship is happening, where the true eldership is happening. Remind ourselves, because this is going on around us, but we so caught up in the madness that sometimes we can't see it. So let's activate the reticular formation, because the way the reticular formation is programmed for us, it's programmed with survival of mind. So what contributes to our survival? Being able to notice when things. So what we're challenging each other to do, and what we're reminding each other to do, is Gye-Nyame journey, and those that are daily toast. What we're reminding each other to do is to focus and to activate the reticular formation and start retraining it, so that we can also, because it's good for us to be able to identify what's out of place, what's wrong, because that could be dangerous to us, but also activate the reticular sign, what it is we need to find, and find what it is that we need to see. Because in all this madness that's going on in this community, right now, there's somebody out there helping somebody. Right now, there's a young person speaking to an elder. Right now, there's somebody saying, excuse me. Right now, there's some brother opening the door for a group of people. Right now, we got young people and old people and middle-aged people and people my age, because I don't know what I'm saying, doing what our community needs. So we lift up the glass to each and every last one of you, and I salute you, and I thank you for taking the time to join Brother Hatim and have a sip. So now, all right, I got a Facebook piece. All right, now lines are really open. I was just faking before. The lines are really open now. You know what I'm saying? But hey, let's look at this proverb, and let's look at this quote that we didn't get to cover earlier in the week. That's a good thing about weekends. I don't have to be in a hurry. I got a meeting I got to go to. Damn, it's cold in here. Did my wife cut off the heat? Hold on, fam. It's real life here, Gye-Nyame. It's cold as hell up in here, and the sun is shining. Maybe my iron low. I need some ambrosia. Well, I'll pay the bill. All right, so here we go. Let's go read through this. Just some interest. You can call it, and if not, we discuss it. Bro, and the hair. Or better yet, let's take a vote. Should we do this now, or should I just do it next? Cootie chocolate. Come on now, let me see some thumbs. What y'all want to do? Because we finished the toast. Wow, that orange tastes pretty good up in there. Took a little while for it to open up. Come on now. Should we continue the discussion or no? Yes, no, maybe. Come on now. Give me a thumb up. Throw something. No, something. All right. Y'all just leaving it up to me. Nothing on Spreaker. Anything come across on Facebook? I mean on YouTube. Let's see. That's crazy. I could just move Facebook like that, right? That's power. Checking the chat. Oh, y'all like see that shirt? This is a gift from a brother that come and work with our young people. And I say ethos of excellence. Kind of high. My second day wearing it. That's what's crazy about how we work nowadays. You know, you remember how some of our elders used to have to go to work and have to come home and take all their stuff off and wash it. We've been blessed. We got jobs where we go out and just come out and put on the same thing we had on yesterday because my day might have been stressful, but it didn't cause me to sweat. Shit. All right. So, all right. Well, since there's no comments, hold on. I'm trying to put on the chat on YouTube. Okay, there we go. No comments. All right, cool. Well, hey, let's do it. A hare pounced upon by an eagle saw very much and uttered cries like a child. A sparrow upbraided her and said, "Where now is thy remarkable swiftness of foot? Why were your feet so slow?" While the sparrow was thus speaking, a hawk suddenly seized him and killed him. The hare was comforted in her death, and expiring said, "Ah, you who so lately, when you suppose yourself safe, exalted over my calamity, have now reason to deplore a similar misfortune." All right. First, before we even get to that, I need to remind you are now listening to Gye-Nyame Journey Media. Anime, get it together, girl. Good grief. You are now listening to Gye-Nyame Journey Media. The hell was that? You are now listening to Gye-Nyame Journey Media. You got to warm up or something? Good grief. Of course, you know this is a Daily Toast. This is a 100% production. Yeah, you better have gave me another one for free. That was a whack roar. What's going on? When we strive to blow up your old paradigm. Good hell. Now you know all three in the morning, right? I can't keep support mediocrity. You know what I'm saying? All you gotta do is do what you do. Make your sounds. That's it. Maybe stumbling. The hell. All right, here we go. Let's keep it up. Now, Brother Shock is on. The line is open. Brother Shock. So if you got time, you call in. I'm about to make sure that it's open so we can pop this off. Man, now my conference call won't open. Shaka, you over there playing with my phone, man? Your name is not Shaka, and I'm not talking to you. Little lady. Do it look like I got a new phone?
Well, you had a white phone.
Don't be just trying to raise conversation with me, because y'all, you know. All right, let's see.
It's small.
All right, so I'm trying to open up the lines right now. Many people was on the line, I just couldn't hear them. All right, so I'm rebooting the system, so give me a second, y'all.
Yeah, give me a second. Because
Is those the clothes that your mom left for y'all to wear on the table? Look at them.
Yeah.
Is that y'all clothes for the day?
I don't know.
Okay, cool. Leave them there. Do not touch them until we get ready to get out of here. Check 1, check 2, check 1, check 2. Lines are officially open.
Wait, did you change all of this?
Yeah, that's throw it away. I don't know why it's still there. Throw this away too.
Okay.
You are the first participant on the call. Please hold while we wait for the others to join.
All right, here we go. The sparrow and the hare. A hare will sigh very much and utter cries like a child. Woe is me, why me? And the rabbit was crying. The hare was crying. He was like, damn. Oh man, I should have. I should have known. I want to die. What's going on, right? Right? This is what's going on. He's bemoaning his fate, right? It's like I'm caught in the claws of not just the hawk, but an eagle. I've ever seen a full-grown eagle, right? It's surprising that this hare didn't die immediately, but he's caught in these claws that are designed specifically for catching animals like himself and holding on to them very tightly. And there's no way that this dude can escape. A sparrow who saw what happened upbraided her and said, upbraided means talked about her, checked her, trying to talk about her. You know what I'm saying? And trying to embarrass her or him, whatever the rabbit is. Where now is thy remarkable swiftness afoot? So the sparrow is flying beside the eagle, while the eagle is flying, killing this hare. And the sparrow is taking time to upbraid, to embarrass, to in the sense disrespect the fate and the position of this hare. So this hare is in an inescapable position. This hare is entangled in something that it cannot escape. Its fate is sealed. And rather than the sparrow just in a sense minding his own business, the sparrow want to be like, where now is thy remarkable swiftness? I thought you was fast. You know what I'm saying? I thought you had the quickest feet on the land. You know what I'm saying? The sparrow was making fun of this hare in a precarious situation, in a situation that's not only not going to end with this hare being embarrassed. It's not going to end with this sparrow being disciplined. It's going to end. I mean, not with the sparrow. It's going to end with this hare losing its life. Y'all can't do that upstairs. Right? You can listen to the story, but you got to listen. Why were your feet so slow? So now the sparrow is taunting, disrespecting the hare for doing what hares do, for doing what all of us do. All of us have been caught with our pants down, metaphorically, hopefully, metaphorically. And in some cases, in actual reality, someone's been caught with their pants down, right? Some of us have been caught in places where we weren't supposed to be. Some of us have been caught in all types of situations where usually we are able to escape, right? But because of a slippage of mind, because of something that may have took our attention, we got caught up, right? And rather than the sparrow understanding this, rather than the sparrow looking at this and being like, dang, I've been in that situation before, rather than the sparrow having compassion and taking this due diligence, it's taking the time rabbit. It's taking this time to look down on this rabbit. It's taking this time, right, to be like, you got messed up. While the sparrow was still speaking, a hawk suddenly seized him and killed him. The hare was confident in her death, and expiring said, you who so lately, when you suppose yourself safe, exalted over my calamity, have now reason to deplore a similar misfortune. Now, this can apply to our personal life. This can apply to our professional lives. This can apply to our community life, right? Our victims can be victims of circumstances beyond our control. Beyond our control, right? And for us to not to have compassion sometimes for other people in that situation and be berate them. See, because it's different for you to be like quiet and still be on your right, you deserve, and just be quiet and still monitoring your shit, looking for the hawk that might snatch your ass up, right? It's a different thing when you start berating somebody about a situation that they had absolutely no control. You start blaming them. You should have been paying more attention. Does this sound familiar? You should have been paying more attention. You should have got your college degree. You had to be doing stuff. Does this story sound familiar? Right? This sounds like, when you look at it, family, I want you to think about this. This sounds like the discussion of white America, or America period, about our kids when they get caught in bad situations. They should have been doing, they wasn't, obviously they wasn't doing what they, and realize that the hawk is on his way. This is the discussion that we have. This discussion that goes on. And it's like family. Rather than us looking at other people and worrying about their fate, worrying about what we need to be in mind. And when I say mind our business, that means focus on us, focus on our protection, right? We need to start being, if we like that sparrow, if we are in this position of the sparrow right now, we need to be flying away from that hawk. We need to be monitoring the area where we are so that we make sure that we are not swooped up by the next big thing. A lot of us get caught up in this stuff, family. Sasha, if I tell you to be quiet one more time, it's going to go down on Facebook. Real life at Gye-Nyame Journey. Real life, right? So family. So there's so many different angles we come from on this. One people who aren't suffering at this point in time in history, looking at other people suffering and be like, you're getting what you deserve. You supposed to have blah, blah. What happened? So they get snatched up, right? You know what I'm saying? I had all the opportunities. This other person didn't have anything. I'm looking at them laughing. Well, you know, they people should have been handling their business. Then all of a sudden, cuts or some change in business happens, and boom, I'm knocked out. We need to start learning how to have a little compassion for other people's situations and learning from those situations rather than repeating the mistakes of the sparrow. Because many of us, we get up on our soapbox sometimes, making ourselves a bigger target and berate. What's the term they use? Upbraid others. You understand what I'm saying? Upbraid. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting crazy messages. All right. Right now. I don't know what's going on. All right, family. We won't even go into the Proverbs right now. I'm gonna start getting me and my kids ready to get up out of here. We need to get us some food in our bellies. All right. But yo, I want to thank everybody who took the time to stop in, holler at me. I want to make sure Daily Toasters. I'll keep y'all abreast of what's going on with the Malcolm X Festival. I'm still kind of sore. What's going on with the Malcolm X Festival as well? So, you know, like I said, I'm gonna be reaching out to everybody on my list because we're gonna need some donations to make this happen. I ain't gonna call them donations. Let's call it investments. Investments in a cultural stabilizing event, right? Because this is gonna be one of the yearly events we're working on along with Kwanzaa and some other ones. We will keep you abreast of some of the stuff that's going to be going on in a yearly fashion so that we can start taking command. Not only like we're taking command of our days, we got our daily rituals, we're going to have our yearly rituals. So now we can start taking control of the year. You want to take over your nation? Start taking over our time. Because in our time, we are able to affect people's minds. And when we affect people's minds, we affect everything. All right? You know, although I don't necessarily agree with the Hermetic feast, all is mind. You know what I'm saying? The emotions play a major factor and all that, you know. But, you know what I'm saying? That's a personal struggle with me. But if we look at the Hermetic law, mentalism, the Hermetic law of mentalism states that all is in mind. So when we are able to grab time and we take people's time in that space that we have a moment to affect people's mind. And in affecting people's mind, we are able to effectively change our reality. It starts with small moments. It's like, for example, with the camping trip that's coming up. A small moment of time with a being in a place that's their home, a place where they could kind of honestly lay back and relax and not worry about nothing for 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 days. You know what I'm saying? And participate in events and rituals that are their own so that they could take that home and be like, how can I get more of this time? How can I see? Because this is how we do it, family. Step by step, penny by penny, moment by moment, word by word, slowly but surely, we will build our legacy. Yo, but this has been a Daily Toast, and family, I want to salute every last one of you. I'm going to give you the thunderclap of God if they are on duty. I don't even call on you that much, man. Do it again. Man, you can't have any good mythical animals no more. Thunder don't want to thunder. The phoenix don't want to cry. The lion don't want to roar. The explosion is just, I mean, sitting over there drinking coffee. Look, what the? Dude. And he drinking decaf coffee. How you going to be an explosion drinking decaf? Man, I'm trying to tell you, boy, it's hard being a nation builder, right? Especially the storytelling and the ancestor keeper, right? Come on now. All these mythical animals give me all these problems, man. But yo, this is Brother Hatim. I'm saying I'm out, YouTube. I'm out, Facebook. And I'm out, Spreaker.